Hello, welcome to the inaugural episode of E3 with Larry Eiss on video. I hope you enjoyed the things that I put together for this. I hope that they bless you. These are going to be kind of off-the-cuff talks, and at the beginning at least, they're not going to be regular, but I just thought I'd give it a try. I've gotten to the point where I have everything I need to do it. Now I just want to see how it comes across. One of the things that's been on my mind lately is anxiety over trying to control things. I don't know about you, but when things really get involved with something that's very important to me, my children, someone I love, something I care deeply about, when things start going wrong there, I just want to step in and try to control the outcome. I want to manipulate things and control all the circumstances that are going on so that I can get the outcome that I think is best. And that's all fine, to try to get things to happen the way I want them. But what happens is it creates anxiety. It's it's very hard to live a life of peace and rest if you're worried about the outcome of everything. You're worried about someone's eternal future. You're worried about politics. You're worried about whatever it is, whatever it might be, your relationships and so on. And you try to prevent people being angry, or you're trying to prevent people being in conflict, and all these different things. You know, it's all about us trying to be in control, and we're not in control. There are a lot of things that go on in the world that we just can't control. And it's not our job to do that. Our job is to rest in Christ. We walk in by faith, we walk in dependence on God, and that relieves us of the anxiety of being in charge. As soon as we think we are responsible for outcomes, we experience anxiety. This is particularly important, I think, when we're talking about whether someone is saved or not saved who we love. And with our children, this can be a really big deal. We want to make sure that, they're going to wind up in the loving arms of God. And we don't get to control that. And as much as we might want to, we can't manipulate those outcomes. And sometimes the more we try, the worse things get. So I would just encourage you today to relax, to rest in Father's arms, to know that He is the source, that He is complete, and that He is working for good in the lives of those you love and in your own life. Your growth will happen at the pace that He knows is best for you. It will happen in the way that He knows is best for you. And the same is true for them. He is drawing all people to Himself. Jesus said if He was lifted up from the earth, He would draw all men to Himself. And He's doing that. So rest assured, He's drawing people to Himself, and you don't have to worry about that. Does that mean you should just sit back and do nothing? Well, maybe. It could mean that. There are times when we step in and we should not. There are times when we say things to people when we pretty much know already they don't have ears to hear them. And so we can do damage because we can be pressing and pushing them. Father isn't like that. He doesn't violate people's will. He doesn't push Himself on anyone. And we don't need to either. It's amazing how He works through other people. And sometimes those of us who are closest to someone in a relationship are really not the best choice to talk with those that we love uh, about God and about Christ. Better, perhaps, is that we live a life of example before them, that we live love, that we accept them as they are, just like God does, that we just be pleasant, gentle, kind. These things go much farther than we usually realize. Often we think, oh, nobody even notices. It just seems like, nothing is happening, and no one will even know that I am a believer if I don't come right out and say something. But that's not really the case. I've found over the years that it's surprising the effect that we have on other people, and that when we sit back and relax and allow God to do his thing in and through us and for us, there's a better result. He's working for good in all things. Rest in that. Grace and peace to you, my friend. Good afternoon.